Welcome to Let's Talk Licensing Live, where we discuss all things licensing, software licensing, content licensing in plain English, layman's terms. I'm your host, Shadeed Eleazer. Now, let's get into this particular broadcast for the evening. This segment is brought to you by Quickbooks. Now, business is about working smarter, not harder, and data shows that QuickBooks users save an average of 42 hours per month on their financial tasks and reports. I want you to click the link in the description and let's buy back some of your non-refundable time. Now, if you take the steps to move forward with QuickBooks as a member of my tribe, you will get 50% off for your first 3 months, which will lighten your expenses just a bit. And that's what it's all about. So use the link below and also within the description. Now, in current news, just a short few hours ago, I was a featured presenter at the Mindset Mastery Virtual Summit. Now, this is an event that was hosted by Sherry Mers with the focus aimed towards authors and publishers. My topic at the Mindset Mastery Virtual Summit was building a actual business around your self-published book using the magic that is content licensing. Now, there is a value in investing in training such as that. So the full presentation will be available for VIP subscribers of the Mindset Mastery event, as I went for about 45 minutes, but Sherry asked me to stick around for an additional 15 and answer questions, and that went into some additional value and content. And so the final recording is a little over an hour, but I want to use this time and space to thank Sherry for her hospitality and for giving me an opportunity to share my gifts with her community of self-published authors and leaders and speakers. Great opportunity. So the questions and feedback that I received during my session sparked a few ideas that I will go into greater depth in my upcoming book called License and Grow Rich. You heard it here first. Pre-orders will be available in the coming weeks. We are finalizing the cover, which is exciting. License and Grow Rich. Now, the first big idea that I want to share with you, like I said, I'm going to cover some notes from the Mindset Mastery Virtual Summit. And so the first big idea that I want for you to embrace is that the book that you have published or plan to publish is the first step of the journey. Your book, whether you realize it or not, because some of us get locked into the passion part of being an author, your book solves a problem in the mind of your target reader, whether it's escapism through your character development in your short story or a tangible solution through your business book. Now, let's say if you write a cookbook, for example, you are bringing families together or simply helping someone master a dish or recipe. There is value in your publishing words. The detail that I want you to keep in mind is that when you solve a problem through your gift, you also create a new problem that you can also solve. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Most authors, and many of you who are tuning in, may attempt to solve that problem through the release of another book. What I want you to consider is the hub and spoke model. Now, the hub, which is the centerpiece, just think of a bike, for example, a bicycle. The hub represents your book, and the spokes of the bike tire are the repackaging of your book into different service offerings and digital products. Does that make sense? The hub and spoke model. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a moment and share my screen here. And what we'll do is we'll go briefly into the Eleazer licensing model and walk you through how I believe that authors should structure their business. So let me share my screen here. Okay, so what we have on the screen is the Eleazer revenue model. Let me see if I can make this a bit larger and easier to consume. And so in this pie chart, we have a big green half of it, which is 50% students. Now, everyone tells you on social media to convert your followers into clients. And what I would like you to consider is to stop chasing clients and start enrolling students. So, students are individuals who purchase package courses, package programs, and materials designed to educate them on the next step in their customer journey. And so, students are a powerful new form, an emerging form of, let's say, stability within a business, in that it's a great way to provide customer lifetime value, which is a key metric in growing your business, as well as for people who are coming into your ecosystem. It gets a great primer introduction to what you do. And so students should be the base of your overall business model as an author or publisher. Next, we're going over to licensing deals, which is reflected in orange in this model. And so, with licensing deals, here's what you need to realize is that in a licensing deal, what makes it so enticing is that you're providing your content for an organization with your target audience. So if you just sell your book, and let's say it's an Amazon bestseller, congrats to you. If you sell your book, that means one person at a time is going to your sales page, whether it's on your website, whether it's on Amazon, and they're buying it one at a time, ones and twos, ones and twos, ones and twos. Then when you're licensing, you are using leverage. You're going to an organization and you're saying, hey, organization with the target audience that I support, I would like to offer a purchasing offer at a minimum of 20, 30, 50, 200 employees or students, members, in order for this deal to take place. So if you're selling your book or a variation of your book to an organization that has the target audience that you support, then of course your revenue per deal will skyrocket. The beautiful thing about this is that you're not locked into a single organization. You can license over and over and over again once you understand the steps. Next is your group program. Now, for authors, the number one thing you should be doing with your book is teaching it as a curriculum. Teaching it as a curriculum. So that means you have an 8-week program. You may meet once a week on Microsoft Teams or Zoom, and the textbook for this program is the book that you've published. And so this provides a series of benefits that I will outline for you. Number one is feedback. Number two is deeper immersion for someone who has already purchased the book. Number three is testimonials. Number four is customer lifetime value. And so these are all compelling reasons why you want to enroll your readers into your group program and teach them the book that they've already invested in. And finally, for the final 10%, listen, in the real world, if you're delivering any type of value at scale, there's going to be people you're going to encounter who say, look, I love your book. I love your book. I bought it 3 times, one for the car, one for the gym bag, one for the office. And I need your help implementing your strategies in my business, in my life. And I don't want to wait in line. I want to skip the line. I don't need a line at all. I have the budget. I have $20,000. Help me get this result. And you know what? Who am I to tell you not to work with clients one on one? My belief is that you work with clients that appreciate your services. And guess what? Monetary appreciation is a form of support that I endorse. So you have your elite clients, you have your licensing deals, you have your group program, and you have your students. And that is the Eleazer revenue model. Now, going back, let me make sure that we have no further questions on the social media channels that are broadcasting. And thank you for tuning in wherever you may be broadcasting or viewing the broadcast from. And so, moving along here, next is when we talk about additional business advice or additional business ideas. What I want you to consider is who, not how. Self publishing is tough, but what I want you to think about are the roles and responsibilities that you can leverage in order to grow. And so that these are the details, who, not how. So in your self-publishing journey, you more than likely have taken on way too much responsibility for the publishing of the book. You may have served as your own editor, graphic designer. You know, you may have set the formatting, you name it. You may have done the marketing and support, but now you have to think about who would be the best people to have work with you. And for that, you need your organizational chart. And so put together your org chart. And I'm going to share with you a couple resources once again, sharing my screen. Give me one moment here. There we go. Okay, so bringing this up once again. And okay. So as I share my screen once again, and we go to the org chart. So the org chart here, this is my org chart. And so what we have are the positions that are currently filled within the organization and also what's open. So this is current as well as aspirational. And so this will tell me what we need to hire for. There's a supplemental document that focuses on the descriptions for that. So that's the other part to your org chart. But there's at least 9 different roles in the publishing process. And even more so as you continue to grow and you start to publish audiobooks, so on and so forth. So you want to consider this. So this was developed within Prezi.com, which I've used for years. I was part of the alpha testing team for Prezi and have continued to use Prezi. And so another tool I want you to consider as I switch over is Miro.com. This is a free account. And so when I go to show all templates and I do a search, see, recently I was looking for org charts and you have 55 different types of charts. But what we want here, the first two will do the job: project organizational chart and company organizational chart. So company would be, of course, the structure of your publishing company, whereas project would be for the launch of your next book. So you can put together a tiger team or a sprint team for your next book release. And so keep that in mind. Who, not how, and who, not how, when doing your publishing work. So as we move along in review, as I said, who, not how, you want to think about the next steps of your publishing journey. And also, you want to think about the licensing journey and the leverage that comes from that. So, as we wrap up this episode of Let's Talk Licensing, did you know that there are 47 ways to monetize a book under the Eleazer content licensing method? If you would like to build a real business around your book, whether you are a current author or you're an aspiring author, then what you should do is use a little leverage here uh, and book a discovery call with me using the link below, which is also in the description. That is bit.ly/discovery call with Shadeed. And so it's all about the time for money trap, and every service-based business must deal with it. And the discovery call will help you to gain clarity, maybe for the first time in your publishing journey. So help me help you by booking a call and take it from there. Once again, Shadeed Eleazer on behalf of Let's Talk Licensing. Enjoy your week. May it be powerful and productive.